Jolisa Caldwell Stewart. Hi, Jolisa.
Hi, Dr. Annette. Thanks for having me today.
I'm so glad you agreed to do this. You are awesome. I have known you for years, but I can't tell you exactly how many years. So I'm going to ask you, when was your first EPT training?
My first EPT training was 2007.
Oh my gosh.
Can you
So,
believe how long it's been?
so you have done this for almost 10 years, 8 years
Yes, eight
since your first
years.
training. How many trainings have you done?
I have done 7 trainings. I have 7 certificates.
Whoa, I love it. Why did you do 7 trainings?
I did 7 trainings because there's not the atmosphere and the energy being around other EPT practitioners is just where I feel my best.
Wow, I'm going to tell you that I've been around you when you work, and I knew you had done a lot of trainings. I didn't know it was 7, but I'm going to say that you're one of those people that when I watch you work, I know exactly where you're going, where you've been. You follow a very consistent procedure, seem really confident about what you're doing, and it just makes me really happy when I see you doing that. So, what made you decide to take EPT training in the first place?
Well, I booked several sessions with you for personal reasons. I just wasn't satisfied with where my life was going, and I didn't know how to get out of the stuckness or the rut that I was in. So I took a session with you, and I think my statement was to you, where are you getting this stuff? Because everything you were telling me about my life, you were just pinpointing it straight on the head. And that's what's so amazing about EPT is we're able to get to the solution and to the issue so quickly. So I was just blown away with the accuracy um, that I received, and I thought I have to know how to do this. This is so cool.
Wow. Well, I do remember you coming in, and I remember thinking you had such an amazing open heart to, like, just kind of go through your stuff. And so it was just, for me, it was the usual to sit down and do EPT with someone, but um, you were amazingly open-hearted, and I loved that about you. And I was really surprised that you were interested in doing EPT. I mean, you'd never seen anything like it, and yet you were, I want to do this. I really want to learn to do this. Can I learn to do this? And I remember saying, yeah, you could learn to do this. You really can. And you pursued it in such a beautiful way, and I'm really happy you did. I think you've done it incredible.
Well, thank you.
So,
I just wanted to I wanted to feel better. I was so open because I'm like, I don't care. Let's just throw it out on the table and get on with it.
I know you
Get
are.
on with it and get over with it. And that's who I like to work with the best. If they're open, they really want it, then they can be well.
Wow, that's incredible. So, I know you do EPT. Are there other healing tools that you use in your practice or with other people that along the way you've also started to learn?
Once I started learning EPT, which is emotional polarity technique and energy work, then I started researching other energy modalities. And once you learn energy and how to feel the energy and how to muscle test and feel the shifts, then the other modalities just are easy and they fall into place.
Uh,
I enjoy EFT tapping. I call it tapping for truth when I work with people because that's what we're looking for, the truth. And then I teach them the skill and they can go home and tap their own truth. Muscle testing is probably my number one skill that I use with every single client. That's my number one modality. And I like the lower light level laser as
Okay.
as well as I like all healing modalities.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that hearing when EPT practitioners are integrating other healing modalities. I know I definitely do. I have a lot of healing modalities that I integrate. And one of the beauties of EPT is you can totally, it becomes like a platform, and you totally can integrate it with EFT. You can integrate it with allergy healing work. There's just so many different healing modalities that are out there, and EPT seems to serve as a platform that you can just kind of mix it all up and take it to another level. So tell me about your practice, like how a person might get a hold of you for an appointment, what kind of uh, appointments you offer, that kind of thing, and where you're at.
Well, I am in Southwest Florida. My favorite appointments, I would say, are virtual appointments like we're doing now. So my clients could find me anywhere because we could work online. I also hold space in Inglewood, Florida. And you can reach me by email at jolisastewart@gmail.com. And shortly I will have a website up, jolisaclareholisticfoundations.com.
Thank you. So, how do you describe EPT when you're talking to someone?
I describe EPT as, when people ask me what I do, I say, what do you have, what are you carrying around that you would just as soon chuck? You just want to throw it out. And they go, oh. And I would say, what do you want to give up that would make your life a little lighter? What baggage are you carrying around? And if they don't know anything about EPT, that's what I tell them. If they say, oh, I have an orange allergy, then I can tell them this is what we're going to do. We're going to locate in your body where you store it. We're going to identify an emotion. We're going to build a picture surrounding people, things, or events in your life. Then we're going to determine where it originated in your life.
That's fantastic. What are the top 3 reasons you would recommend someone to do EPT?
That was I would recommend, if you're stuck in your life, I can only go from, my experience. I was stuck, I was dissatisfied, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was, stuck on the loop. If you feel like you're stuck in a loop and your life isn't going anywhere, or you have an illness that you can't get a hold of, or a reoccurring illness, that would be a reason to do EPT.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Jolisa, what is the most amazing EPT experience you have witnessed in your own life or in a client that just kind of blew your mind, that took you even to another place of belief?
Well, I have a lot because EPT is just so profound. Every time you work with someone, it's just amazing. It blows my mind. So one of the most amazing things has to do with my son. He had to see a vision therapist. He had one eye that turned out, he had one eye that turned in, his depth perception was off, his tracking ability was off, he wasn't reading well. Anyway, we went through several years of vision therapy at $120 an hour per week, which got a little costly. So I finally said, we're done with that, and we just laid off of it for a while. Well, he had to go in for a vision test, and I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some EPT on his vision. That's it. So we go in for his appointment, and she's checking and checking and rechecking. And she said, well, he's about 95% perfect. He has a slight stigmatism, but that's it. What did you do? And I said, well, here's what I did. And she said, do you have a card? And I said, yes, ma'am. That's pretty profound.
That is really profound. I love that. You are the only person I've heard give a vision story that is that at that level, where it's actually checked out by another doctor who is blown away by it. That's amazing. And I think I've heard that a long time ago, but wow, in the list of things I've heard, somewhere it got lost, and I love that. That's an amazing story.
Thank you.
So how has EPT changed your life for good?
It has given me personal value for my life. It's an honor to help people. It's an honor to feel better. I've learned to listen to my body. I've learned to heal my body. I've learned to listen to God and the universe, and to other people.
Wow. So how has EPT made a difference in your family relationships?
Well, as you know, we all have dysfunctional family, friends and family relationships. EPT EPT helps you get through those dysfunctional meetings, the family gatherings or uncomfortable situations. EPT helps you see the other people just as children of God and loving human beings, and you just love them through it, whatever it is, and you just don't take it personally.
Okay. So what would you say to someone who was considering doing EPT, who's thinking, I might try this, but I don't know? What would you say to them?
I would say that I have never, ever regretted learning EPT, that it's been nothing but a blessing. And if I could make it to every single retreat, workshop, dinner, any invitation I could get invited to, I would beg my way into an invitation just to be around the energy and the people that come to heal and be healed. When I do EPT, I just feel my authentic best. I get in a zone and I do my thing. It's just where I feel my best when I do EPT and I'm around other practitioners.
Thank you, Jolisa. It is such a pleasure to do this interview with you. I see so much growth in your life over the years that I've seen you, and I really am so grateful to know you and to be a part of your life. Thank you. Thank you for doing EPT, and thank you for doing this interview.
You're welcome. Well, thank you so much for asking me, and it's a blessing to know you as well, and I love you right back.
Love you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.